Social Services. I'm here to pick up Jimmy.
No, I ain't ready.
This is James. Your visitation time is up.
No, you can't have him. He ain't yours.
Well, and you know how this works. Please open the door.
No, please don't take my baby.
According to childrensrights.org, on any given day, there are nearly 444,000 children in foster care in the United States.
Children removed from their homes and taken from their mamas who love them.
Children whose lives have been torn apart, who have experienced neglect,
Physical abuse, drug addiction,
sexual abuse.
We meet two women facing heartache and trial on both sides of the foster care system in Final Placement by Era Watson.
Last name James, first name Jimmy, age 4 years, date October 10, 81. On this date, this office was contacted by Dr. Timothy Bowman of the Northside Medical Clinic concerning 4-year-old Jimmy James. On each of the visits, Dr. Bowman noted a number of bruises on the child's body. He determined at this point to contact this office and request an investigation of the situation. Oh, Llewellyn, you startled me.
Boy, sure is quiet in here. You got the air conditioning on, it's nice and cool.
I know, can you believe this? Air conditioning at the end of September.
I just got a big old fan at home. Do you reckon I sit down a minute? I walked all the way here.
From your house?
Must have been 10 miles, I bet. Don't you think it was about that? About 10 miles?
Well, it's certainly farther than I'd want to walk anyways, especially today. Did you come just to see me, or?
Well, that old Ray just took off in the car. He don't care, just took off. Didn't even leave me no money for the bus. So I walked in. Look at that. I got a big old blister on my big toe.
I've got some Band-Aids here.
It's about to bust too. Shoot.
I'll get you fixed up in no time. The worker has visited twice weekly with Jimmy since his removal from the James home. During these months in the Swenford foster home, Jimmy has become a most affectionate, outgoing child. His health is now quite good. He continues to express concern for his mother, but his nightmares have become much less frequent and his bedwetting has stopped altogether. Okay, Llewellyn, just give me 1 minute. I know the Band-Aids are here somewhere. Here you go. Did you need something?
I only... That formula. Jimmy drank that stuff when he was a baby. Give him the colic.
Some of my foster mothers say the same thing.
Now, how come you reckon anybody want to do that for? Take care of someone else's kid.
All sorts of reasons.
I could never do that. Take care of someone else's kid and just have to give him back.
Well, it can be very hard.
You know what Jimmy told me? Jimmy told me that place, the Swen. No, what was their name again?
No, that's not information I can give you.
He said that they never gave him enough to eat. He was always hungry. That's what he told me. I reckon they do it for the money.
Awful lot of work and not much money.
He said that they whooped him too. Hard. There. Don't hurt none when I stand up or when I walk.
Tell you what, when we're finished up here, I'll give you a lift home.
How come you can know where I live, but I can't know where you do?
Because there's no reason for you to.
You said you wanted to be my friend. I ain't got no friends. Well, I don't know where they live.
I meant friend isn't a professional friend. Llewellyn, I have an appointment in about...
Jimmy surely does like you. When he come home that one time, you was all he could talk about. You sure must spend a lot of your time with him. He sure is a pretty little boy, ain't he?
Yes, he is.
Now, how come you put him in a place where they never fed him and they whooped him all the time.
They didn't whip him. I wouldn't have let anyone. And he gained weight while he was there.
Could I have some water now? I'm real thirsty.
The Jameses brought Jimmy in for treatment of his burned hands and told the nurse he'd fallen against the stove. Mr. and Mrs. James then left Jimmy in her care, saying they would be right back, but did not return. Jimmy was again placed in the Swenford foster home. Okay, Llewellyn, here's your water. Now you walked a very long way on a very hot day to see me. Llewellyn, and I would like to know why, what I can do to help you, but you're going to have to tell me.
You see, I got this real good idea. I'm fixing to move out on that old Ray. You don't know it yet, but I am. And I'm gonna get me a place to live. And I'm gonna get me a job. Maybe with the phone company, maybe.
Jobs are a little hard to find these days, but I think you'd enjoy working.
I think I would too. And I'm gonna get us a house, and I won't even let that old Ray come visit. Only if he got overdoing them things.
Wait a minute.
No, he don't need to. He just loses his temper sometimes is all. But it's been getting a whole lot better ever since we started going to that group. We just got a lot of pressure on us, and we was probably just taking it out on...
Llewellyn, wait a minute here.
A mama needs to be with their baby. You know that, don't you? Well, I know you do, and I'm gonna get us a place to live, and you can come.
No, that's not.
You can come visit him every day. We could share him.
Llewellyn, please don't do this to yourself. You're hurting yourself with this. You're building up a fantasy.
It ain't a fantasy. I thought it all out.
Building it out doesn't mean it can happen that way. I'm sorry.
You ain't sorry.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry for how you feel right now. I know how
You know what it's like to have your kids stole by the welfare, to sit in a room and remember that your little boy being quiet because he's sleeping or he's into something, but he's being quiet because he ain't even there no more, and you don't know where he is or when he's coming back. You don't know.
No. I guess no one can really, but Llewellyn, you have to just...
I have to what? Forget about him? You ain't got no kids, do ya?
No.
No, you want one?
Someday.
Like my Jimmy. I know you like him a whole lot. You like him better than the other ones. He's your favorite. Did you steal him?
No! No matter how much I care about Jimmy, and I do care about him, that simply isn't the reason he was taken from your home. You know that. I did not steal him. He's not in my house, okay? Now, I want you to tell me precisely what it is you think I can do, so I can answer you in as clear a way as possible, so we understand each other.
I want to see Jimmy.
I understand that, but what do you want me to do?
I want you to go get
I
him.
can't do that. I don't have that authority. It's out of my hands.
Go get him and bring him
You're
here.
in the courtroom, Llewellyn. You heard what the judge said.
Then call him.
Who?
Call the judge and tell him I can have my baby
I'm
back.
not going to argue with you. This interview is ended.
Call
I
him.
can't call the judge.
Yes, you can. You better. If you don't, I'll do something. I'll hurt you. I ain't kidding either.
Who the hell do you think you are? What do you think you're doing here? You can't ever, not ever in this lifetime, see that child again.
Yes, I
Do
can.
you think the state or judge would give that little boy back after what you did?
I didn't. I never done.
had done a lot of it, Llewellyn, but not that last.
Well, he made me.
He made you hold that child's hand on a hot stove until he burst in second-degree burns. I'll tell you one thing, Reagan made me do that.
We was just teaching him.
And he ran off and left, just left him. And in all the months we've had him in foster care, you haven't called once, not one time to see how he's doing. So why today? Why do you people suddenly just turn him out of the blue and think, Christ, we explained this all to you 6 months ago.
I was right about you wanting Jimmy, wasn't I? I know I was. That's why I come here. It just gets so quiet sometimes. And I thought you'd understand about it. You know what that old Ray told me. He told me the welfare don't understand nothing about people's feelings. They ain't never gonna help you!
Jimmy was taken to the state office for final adoptive placement with his new family on September 2nd, 82. Right. Next case.